Okay, we'll kind of jump into things here. A few aggravated assaults. Most of those are domestics. We did have one that happened last night that involved some gunshots. This was around 9:30 p.m. in the 2000 block of West Russell Street. Essentially what we had a man and a woman that were at that address. There was another guy that shows up that knows the woman, and so there was a disagreement between the two guys. The suspect left and then returned a short time later with a handgun, was arguing with the other man, and then pointed the gun into the ground or at the ground in front of the man, and then fired the gun a couple of times. The suspect then left. He was later found and arrested for aggravated assault and aggravated assault domestic. No injuries were reported. It just sounds like, I mean, the three people kind of knew each other and things got heated, and I guess I don't know why he chose to get his gun, but he did. So that's that one. Do you want his name on that?
Yes, please.
His last name is Weiss, W-E-I-S-S. First is Andrew, A-N-D-R-E-W. Middle is Paul, P-A-U-L, and he's 41 from Sioux Falls.
How many shots were fired?
2 shots. The assaults, those are both reports, simple assaults. The burglary were both homes that were entered. Disorderlies, really nothing big, some phone calls and obstruction and juvenile. The embezzlement, that was a car that was loaned out. Family offenses are both protection order violations. That fight disturbance, I don't have any reports yet, but I believe it involves juveniles. Frauds are ID thefts and a false impersonation. Nothing real big from the larcenies, a few shopliftings, a few packages. We did have some more catalytic converters that were stolen. There was one of them, they believe it happened over the weekend, but it was found yesterday and reported. The others happened just a couple of days ago. That was early Tuesday morning, and that was a business had 5 work vehicles that had catalytic converters cut. No way to know if these are connected to any of the other ones. Don't have any suspects at this point in time, but some of the businesses have surveillance video, and so we've been getting that video, so hopefully we'll be able to make some progress with that.
So how many total were reported yesterday?
6 total. 5 were at one address, and that happened Tuesday morning. And then the other singular one, that one they thought was over the weekend.
So the one that happened, the 5, what block was that? Whereabouts was that?
That was... That was in the 5400 block of North 7th Avenue.
Do you have an estimate of amount of damage or?
No, that I don't know that there's any one blanket estimate for catalytic converters. I think it depends on the vehicle, but they can be several $100s each. And I think some of the reports I saw anywhere from like $2 to $3 to $700 or $800 a piece, and that certainly can vary too. Narcotics, no big quantities on those. The robbery, basically both of those were reports. The first one was yesterday afternoon, and that was the suspect on that one was unknown. The victim said he was, wait, that was the wrong one. That was the other one. This was a known suspect. Sorry, that was in the 800 block of West 7th Street. The, let's see, the suspect punched the victim several times and ended up taking a cell phone. The victim wasn't sure why it happened. There hadn't been any argument or anything that led up to that. The other one was early this morning. That was reported about 6:45 a.m. and the victim wasn't exactly sure where it took place. He thought he was around maybe the 2300 block of South Minnesota Avenue. He was walking, and he said there was another guy that was walking. This other person pointed a gun at the victim, took his wallet, and then took off running after that. So not a whole lot of information to follow up on that. The sex offense that involves juveniles, simple assaults were reports in domestics, nothing suspicious with either unattended death. Vandalism's quite a few graffiti calls on those, but nothing concentrated in one area. And the weapons violation, that was a man that found a bullet hole in his apartment wall. He didn't hear any gunshots, so we're not exactly sure when it happened, but haven't been able to get hold of the neighbor to find out if he knows what took place either.
Any information on the warrant subject that they're currently searching for?
No, so there's a guy that it's, I think, just a misdemeanor warrant, but he's also a suspect in an assault case, and so I think that's primarily the reason they're looking for him. The warrant is just a traffic violation, so they're looking for him for that other assault. Because he's a suspect in that, I don't want to give his name out. I know he has that misdemeanor warrant, but I'm just going to withhold that at this point in time. But that, I know there was a pretty big presence yesterday looking for him and didn't have any luck finding him, so that's essentially what it was. Anything else?
Any updates on that 17-year-old boy?
No, I haven't heard anything. I don't remember who I was talking to. We don't always get a lot of updates from the hospital on a patient's condition. Usually if they pass, they'll let us know. I won't say all the time. Sometimes it's a little challenging getting some information from them, but I haven't heard any updates on the 17-year-old. Okay, thanks.